Hello everyone, UC Campbell here, and this is going to be my horrible prediction show for TNA Sacrifice 2011. Just go off to say, first of all, hopefully this pay-per-view will be a lot better than the last one was, TNA Lockdown. Like I said, the TNA Lockdown pay-per-view this year, in my own personal opinion, was a big letdown, and hopefully this pay-per-view will be a lot better. There are 9 matches in tow for the card for tomorrow night, and here's essentially my predictions for the show going into tomorrow night. You have Brian Kendrick versus Robbie E. Nothing really much to say there. I don't even know how this match got set up, but I'm going to predict Robbie E to win this match. Next match you have is Mexico America versus Inc. And I do have a few notes sitting right down here, so if you see me look down, that's what I'm looking at the moment. But back off to the Mexico America versus Inc. match. It essentially got set up during the whole Cinco de Mayo celebration that they did, and they were beating down one of the Spanish announcers for not being actually Mexican, so Inc. actually came out to make the save and made this match in the end. I'm predicting that just because of Jesse Neal's association with the Navy, I think they're going to go with Inc. in this one, just because of everything that's gone down in the last few weeks. So I'm going to go with Inc. for that match. Next match you have is Abyss versus, it's been a short run, but the undefeated Crimson over the last 3 months. He's been undefeated, and it'll be a match between them two, essentially a grudge match. Pretty much getting set up that, I think pretty much that way. Sometimes I miss track on when I watch Impact, so I'm not fully sure how it all got set up. I think it got set up when Abyss attacked Crimson during a match with Samoa Joe, so it got set up that way. My thoughts would be is that they're going to probably keep Crimson undefeated for a little while longer, so Crimson's going to win this match coming up. Next match we have after that one is the AJ Styles versus Tommy Dreamer match. This one got set up when Dreamer essentially attacked AJ during a tag match when he was trying to get revenge on Bully Ray, and Dreamer attacked him by giving him a pile driver, so that's how the match got set up. My prediction for that match and how it would, obviously I think it could be a good match. Tommy Dreamer's good at putting people over, so it can be a really good match, even though AJ doesn't really need put over. But I predict that Dreamer will actually take this match, mostly because they just started the feud. I would say they would have the heel go over in this one before having the face go over. So Dreamer to win that match. Next match we have is the X Division title, which is Kazarian versus Max Buck. This got set up at the TNA Lockdown pay-per-view. Max Buck won the Escape match from the pay-per-view, we make him the #1 contender, and that's essentially how this match is pretty much been set up as, because I don't think he's had much interaction with Max Buck over the past month. He's pretty much been going up against Immortal most of the time, being part of Fortune. So I think they'll play the storyline that he hasn't had his mind focused on this match, and they'll actually have Max Buck win the match and win the title. That's my prediction for that one. Next match is the Knockouts title match between Mickie James and Madison Rayne. They have a little extra stipulation, and Mickie James wins this match. Tara is free from her contract with Madison Rayne and free to go off and do what she wants in her career. Since they just put the title on Mickie, I don't see them taking it off, though they've done it with other people before with their other titles. But I predict Mickie will win this match, and hopefully it will be a much longer match than what we saw at TNA Lockdown last month. Next match after that is Beer Money versus Matt Hardy and the returning Chris Harris. This essentially got set up through Beer Money calling themselves the greatest tag team in the company, and pretty much the greatest tag team in history. So Matt Hardy objects to that since his time with his brother Jeff, but obviously Jeff isn't coming back yet, and he brought in Chris Harris to be his tag team partner to try to take the titles away from Beer Money. And I will predict Beer Money to hold the titles for this one, mostly due to the fact that eventually I think you will see them versus Matt and Jeff Hardy for the TNA Tag Team titles at some point. So Beer Money goes over in this one. Next match we have is Kurt Angle and Chyna versus Karen and Jeff Jarrett. Obviously, I still don't like the storyline between Kurt Angle and Jeff because of the whole real life situation brought into it. It just hasn't really worked out. Hopefully this will be a way for Karen to get taken out of the fold for a while so you can actually have the one-on-one match to end the feud. I predict that Kurt and Chyna will actually take this match, and then we'll have one more match at the next pay-per-view with Kurt and Jeff one-on-one, and that will end the feud. The final match we have is Sting versus RVD for the TNA World Title. This has pretty much been a long time setup because of the aspect that RVD never got his one-on-one opportunity after getting stripped of the title, and this is essentially his one-on-one opportunity. The winner of this will take on Mr. Anderson at a later time. My prediction for this would be Sting will go over and then go on to face Mr. Anderson at probably the next pay-per-view. Hopefully, obviously the storyline's been two good buddies going on for this one. I haven't really cared too much about it. Hopefully you'll get a better feud coming from Mr. Anderson and Sting. But yes, I believe Sting will hold on to the TNA title, and that is my horrible predictions for the TNA Sacrifice pay-per-view. Thank you for watching, and have a good day.